Welcome to my guide on how to AFK Dagannoth Prime. This one is very good because the Seer's Ring is currently 18 mil. It's the most expensive Dagannoth key there is. For the items required, I highly suggest you to go to ports on Waco, go to rewards, and then right here you will actually want to try to get the Bonecrusher Upgrade, which is 25,000 chimes, which you might not be able to see, but it's like very bottom at the screen, right by the Spirit Dragon pet. Now, as for the armor, it's going to be pretty standard as normal, but it will be this. So, you want the Ancient Elven Ritual Shard with some Prayer Restore Potions, and Overload is optional, although you will take a lot less damage, and Excalibur to heal back, Sharks, and a lot of magic notepaper. As for the armor, I am using 3-piece Pernix with an Armado helmet, just so it's like lower defense, so you could do this. I don't want to say, oh yeah, you need Elite Sirenic, but yeah, you just need like pretty high tierish because you will get smacked a lot. And if possible, try to augment your gear with Devoted 3 or 4 and Enhanced Devoted 4. Those two will mean you use a lot less food. As for my weapon, I am using a tier 87 Decimation bow that is ammo free. I was not able to really get quick kills with tier 80, so you're just might need to adjust this a little bit because you could probably expect to get about 50 kills an hour. And now if you're using the tier 87 Decimation, you could get about 53. If you have a SGB, the Zering Godbow, you can expect to get 57 to 58 kills an hour. So the higher tier weapon does mean you'll be making potentially a lot more money because you're getting 8-9 kills extra. And then Luck of the Dwarf, just to increase the drop rate. And then lastly, it's not needed, but I have the Zuck range basic cape to increase Deadshot. It's not needed, it's just for a little quicker kills. And then if you do have the Farsight Blood Necklace, this is optional, or you can use the Amulet of Souls for the minus 10% damage reduction. With that, we will make our way to the boss fight now. So from PVM Hub, as normal, we go to the Dagannoth Kings. Set up your action bar so it's something like mine on the screen. Deadshot, Rapid Fire, Rapid Snapshot, Sacrifice, Corruption Shot, Dazing Shot, Fragmentation, and Binding. You could also, if you're using subject Armado armor, you could use Devotion. So let's make the instance, set it to fastest, and as soon as we enter, you'll want to head northeast. And if you do have a legendary pet, summon that as well. So let's go northeast as possible. Pray for magic, and you want to stand right here. It might be a little hard to see, but it is like a little corner shown. Now, summon your pet, although you may need to do that outside. And then make sure the pet will be able to pick up loot. That way, when Dagannoth Prime dies, your pet will automatically collect the Dagannoth hide, which you can note with notepaper. That's 2,000 coins. And if you do want the bones, go to Settings, Bonecrusher, and then untick Dagannoth Bones. That way, since we do have the Bonecrusher Upgrade, it will automatically be placed in your inventory. So now we just wait the 30 seconds and for your auto attack to target Dagannoth Prime. Now, there is a very small chance, about 1 every 15 minutes, that Dagannoth Supreme can be in your walking distance and target you. So this is not 100% AFK, and that is why we have so much armor, because when he does hit you, he ranges you. So you will be taking a bit of damage, in which case just run to the ladder, climb up, rejoin, and then just, again, you can just pretty much be in this corner safely for about another 15 minutes. There has been some hours where he never aggroes, which those were very wonderful. And other times, he was just aggroing non-stop. And then, if you do accidentally put Ricochet, I would remove that from your action bar. Now for the drops, it's pretty much the same as Dagannoth Rex. However, we now have a chance to get the Seer's Ring, a Mud Battle Staff, and the Dragon Hatchet, which all do have a drop rate of 1 out of 128. But keep in mind that the Seer's Ring is almost 18 mil now. And then the Mud Battle Staff is just like maybe 120k. And then the Dragon Hatchet is another 200k or so. So most of your money is coming from two things: the Seer's Ring and the noted Dragonhide Bones and Hide as well, since each kills roughly 10 to 12,000k each, because those two items are always every kill. Now, you could destroy the bones, but I would not really suggest it because it is pretty much free passive money. And then since the drop rate is 1 out of 28, you should expect to get it about 1 every 3 hours or so. It just depends if you're unlucky or not. And right here, Dagannoth Supreme is targeting me, in which case you will notice I'm getting demolished. So after this kill, we surge, swap to range so you take less damage, climb up the ladder, and then just rejoin your session, and then just go back to the corner. And make sure you will need to resummon your familiar because he gets stuck, so just call him, and then you're fine to just AFK again. And then just use your Excalibur, and you should be fine without having to use any food, although it does depend on your armor too, and if Supreme targets you again. But with that comes the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching this guide on how to AFK Dagannoth Prime, in which case it is pretty good money since the Seer's Ring is 18 mil. With that, thank you all so much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment as it really does help.